Hi everyone, I'm Lesley Spalding, Art and Movement Program Director at the Workhouse Art Center, and today we're going to practice yoga. And all you will need is a mat or a beach towel or the carpet of your house. And at any time during this session of motion you feel like it's a little overwhelming or uncomfortable, please take a break or modify any way you would like. Yoga is very much about feeling connected with everything that you're doing and breathing deeply. It's not to be painful or uncomfortable. So please make sure to stay in tune with that. And we're going to start with cat and cow. We're going to come to our hands and knees. And we're going to pretend like our spine's a soft metal rod as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to round in cat. And as we inhale, we're going to sway in cow. So we'll exhale, rounding cat. Inhale, swaying cow. Bending our spine back and forth. Really helpful to do any time of the day, but particularly great in the morning when you first wake up. And we'll do one more set, exhaling into cat. Inhale into cow, and we'll sit back into child's pose. So child's pose is a restorative posture to gain energy and to connect your mind and body and breathe. You don't have to sit on your feet. You can be in any type of area with your legs, but you just want to concentrate on breathing, tuning into how you feel. And you can go to child's pose anytime during our session. It's a great way just to be with yourself, check in. Now we're going to put 3 poses together and flow with them, and it's called a vinyasa. We're going to inhale our shoulders past our hands. We're going to slowly lower our body to the mat. We're going to inhale, press up and squeeze our back muscles. We're going to exhale, sit back in child's pose. So we're going to inhale our shoulders past our hands, exhale, slowly lower, inhale, press up into cobra, and then exhale, sit back in child's pose. And we'll do that one more time. We'll inhale our shoulders past our hands, we'll exhale, slowly lower, we'll inhale, press up into cobra, and we'll exhale back into child's pose. Okay, now we're going to do another flow of 3 motions, and you can absolutely do child's pose anytime, but we're going to lift our hips and start a down dog. Down dog is like an upside down V with your body. Okay, so you're making a letter V with your hips nice and high and pointed, and you're going to pedal through your legs, stretch your feet and your calves, walk the dog, and then reach through both heels. And we're going to inhale our shoulders past our hands. We're going to slowly lower down like a push-up. We're going to inhale into cobra, and we're going to exhale, down dog. So we'll do that again. We'll inhale our shoulders past our hands, lower our knees, slow motion push-up down. Inhale, squeeze our back, exhale, down dog. And we'll do that one more time. Lowering down, pressing up, and down dog. Okay, so we're getting warmer. We're going to walk our feet towards our hands, and we're going to do a forward fold. And while we're folded over here, you can have your hands anywhere you'd like. You can bend your knees as much as you want. But we're going to sway our hips a little bit. And then we're going to sway our body a little bit. And then we're all going to bend our knees, put our hands on our knees, and do the monkey pose. Monkey is like cow pose, where you squeeze your back, and then we go back to our forward bend. Okay, our next pose is airplane. We're going to soften the knees, make 747 arms, use our hips as we inhale, come up, and put our hands together at our heart and do chair pose. Just like a squat, sitting down in a low chair. And then we'll inhale, sweep our arms up, and we'll exhale, do chair. And one more time. Exhale, chair. And then we'll inhale, sweep our arms up, and we'll exhale, bring them to our heart. We're all going to either stay on our mats. If you're on a towel, you'll probably definitely come to your floor or your carpet. We're going to practice balance with tree pose. So with tree pose, there's several things that are important. One of them is to concentrate your eyes on a spot, engage your core, and then grab the floor with your feet. So as we pick a spot straight ahead to concentrate on, we're going to shift our weight to our left leg and point our right foot out. We'll bring our hands to our heart. Okay, and you can stay here thinking about your left foot grabbing the floor, squeezing your hip, belly button in, or you could bring your foot to your calf and concentrate with your eyes, belly button, pulled in, squeezing the hip and grabbing the floor. You can also grow your branches, nice and high. But the biggest part is your leg and having all your muscles turned on strong. And we'll bring our hands back to our heart, and we'll let the right foot come to the ground, and we'll kind of shake out our left leg for a second. And as we pick a spot again, just keep our eyes engaged. We're going to shift our weight to our right leg and point our left foot out. Hands to our heart. Okay, so grab the floor with your right foot, belly button in, squeeze your hip. If you like, you can put your left foot inside your right calf, but you're constantly thinking about those several points. Eyes fixed, abs are wrapped around your waist, squeeze your right hip, grab the floor with your right foot. The branches are always optional. It's really important to have your lower body strong. Okay, we'll slowly bring our hands back. We'll bring the left leg down and we'll shake our right leg out. So I hope you did well and you felt like you had some good balance training. That's always very different from all the other types of training we do with our muscles and with our joints. So it's important to practice. Okay, now we're going to come and find mountain. So mountain pose is the hip distance apart position of your legs, arms by your side, closing your eyes as you stretch up tall in your posture, and thinking about how you're turning into a mountain, nice and still, tall and quiet. Your feet are grabbing the floor, and you're connecting your mind and body. We're going to inhale, soften our knees, sweep our arms up, and we're going to swan dive into a forward fold. We're going to do that monkey pose again, softening the knees and squeezing our back, and then exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back with our right leg, and we're going to turn our right foot inward, and we're going to come up into exalted warrior. So in exalted warrior, you're squaring up to your left thigh, looking through your fingers and breathing. And then we're going to breathe into warrior two. We're going to turn to the right, split our arms down, fingertip to fingertip. Okay, turn your left palm up and breathe into reverse warrior. And then we'll come back to warrior two. And this is called side angle. You'll put your left forearm on your left thigh and you'll breathe this arm over the ear. And then we'll inhale to bring this arm up and we'll exhale to warrior two. Okay, bring your right arm forward, drag your left foot back. We're gonna do down dog, but you can definitely do child's pose. If you're in down dog, maybe pedal your feet a little bit more because it always feels really good. Okay, now we're gonna take our right leg and we're going to lift it and we're going to either pull it with our hands or swing it in between our hands. And we're gonna put our left heel down and we're gonna breathe up into exalted warrior. Squaring up to our right thigh, gazing through our fingers. And then inhale and do warrior two as we exhale, gazing at your right fingertips, feeling that opposition of your arms. Then we're gonna take the right palm up, we're gonna breathe into reverse warrior. Gazing with our eyes. This is really good training for the eye muscles. And then we'll come back to warrior two. And we're gonna put our right forearm on our right thigh, stack our shoulders, look at our left hand, and then breathe into side angle pose. And then we'll inhale, reach this arm up, and we'll exhale, warrior two. And as we bring our left hand forward with the right, we'll drag our right foot back and we'll either do down dog or child's pose, maybe walk the dog again. And as we finish the most vigorous part of our yoga today, we'll lower our knees. We'll all do child's pose and take a couple of deep breaths. We'll come to our hands and knees, and we're going to take our right knee up by our right hand, and maybe slide the left leg back a little bit, or maybe just lower our body onto our right hip. Okay, this is called pigeon. Pigeon's about stretching the front hip. So definitely want to honor your body. If this is just way too uncomfortable, then you will make sure that you put your hip down and do the same, leaning forward, putting body weight into the stretch while you breathe. Okay, after 3 deep breaths, we're going to walk our hands back. We're going to soften this knee and maybe reach back for our foot or our heel or our socks or our pant leg and pull it towards our hip. It's a very deep stretch right here. And again, if it's super strong, you may want to put your hip down and give yourself a little more ability to get into that position. Does feel really good though. And with the sitting that we're all probably doing a little more than usual, this is a great stretch for all of us right now. Okay, so we'll release that. We'll bring our right knee back. We'll do the same thing with the left leg. Again, you can kind of square up to the left hip opening, or you can put your hip down. But we all want to walk forward a little bit and just increase the stretch and take a couple of deep breaths. And then walk back. And And bend the right leg behind us and maybe grab the heel or your socks or your pant leg. Gently pull it towards your hip. And remember, you can always put your left hip all the way down, and that gives you sometimes more range of motion. Okay, we'll release that and we're going to swing our legs around. And we're going to practice just a little bit of core strengthening with a classic yoga position called boat pose. So in boat pose, you can truly just start with your legs bent in front of you and reaching your arms out and feeling the strength of all your spinal muscles. You could put your hands on back of your thighs and bring your bent legs into the air and balance on that part of your pelvis. And then you can also reach your arms out, but you're really thinking about pulling in your belly button, squeezing strong with those muscles right around your belly button 3 times. And then we'll stretch our legs out, sweep our arms up. This is called a seated forward fold. We'll just fold over for a second. Breathe into the back of our body. And then we'll stack up nice and tall. Good, and what we'll do is we'll turn to the side on our mats. We'll lie down. Whoops, let me fix my mat here a little bit. And we're gonna do 3 bridges. So bridges, as you walk your feet close to your hips, is lifting up your hips as high as possible, squeezing your glutes, and then lowering back down. We'll do 2 more. We'll lift our hips, squeeze our hamstrings and our glutes, and lower back down. 1 more time. We're going to lift our hips and squeeze. We're going to maybe take our hands and interlace our fingers and lengthen our arms and push them down into the mat as we breathe 3 times. And then release our hands, lower down, and hug each knee to the chest. And get ready for Shavasana. So it's nice to have a little big burst of energy right before you do Shavasana. So we're all going to reach our legs up a little bit. We're going to lift our head and chest and our arms, and we're going to think about trying to touch our feet as we breathe for 5 exhale, 4 exhale, 3 exhale, 2, okay, 1, and then we're going to inhale and we're going to slowly lower our head, our arms, our legs, float them like feathers all the way to the mat, and then just relax. So this is your time to close your eyes, breathe deep and steady, and just feel all that wonderful energy that you've created in your body, all the warmth and the circulation, the beating of your heart, and release all the tension. So you're literally like an ice cube on a hot sidewalk, just melting away, concentrating on your breathing. Spending a couple minutes feeling that rhythm of your body. Try to feel the rise and fall of your belly. Your feet flopped open, your fingers curled on your hands. how to relax. Meditate is another important component in your health and wellness, and it does take time. If you're new to this, be kind to yourself. It does take time to be able to really let go and just feel from your head to your toe, releasing tension, stress, and breathing steady throughout. And then we're all going to bend our knees. We're going to roll to the right side of our bodies, make a pillow with our bottom arm, and just keep our eyes closed and take 6 deep breaths on our right side. So the right side of your body is your solar side. This is where we feel the dominance of our body, the energy side of our body, and we're like charging our cell phone. Just like that battery, we're charging our body's battery. And then we'll slowly press ourselves up. And we'll bring our hands to our heart. And we'll inhale, squeeze our back as we open the hands wide to the side, and then we'll exhale back to our heart. We'll inhale, squeeze our back, exhale our hands back to our heart, and one more time. Squeeze, 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 and exhale our hands back to our heart. And it's my pleasure to share yoga with you today. Please know that you taking time to take care of your health and wellness is helping your family and improving their lives, and it's improving your neighbors and your community and ultimately the whole world. It's like that rock into a still pond. The ripple effect of taking care of yourself is extremely important and profound, and I'm honored to be part of that. Namaste.